Hi there, this is Dani, and the channel is You and Me Living Free. And today I'm talking about Joshua Tree, but specifically, I'm going to talk about two great places to camp, one for free boondocking and one inside the park that was first come, first serve that was fantastic. So I want to tell you about both of them, and then we're going to settle in for a campfire chat with my friend Sharon, which I just find usually really entertaining and fun. So let's do this. So this footage is from the boondocking that is by the south entrance of Joshua Tree. So if you look at a map of Joshua Tree National Park, along Highway 10 is the south entrance. Now, the south entrance to Joshua Tree is still about 35 miles from all the stuff that you want to see in the park. So we came here the first day right off of Highway 10, not really knowing any different. Like, this was just our best first guess on where to go. So this is where we ended up. And I have zero complaints. This is us in the morning looking out. It gives you a better idea. There were some other vehicles around. They were behind us. We left the area that had the power lines and stuff. That was on the other side of the road. We selected this side instead. There were fewer people and everything, and had a delightful night. Headed off for the park the next morning. So what we found when we got into the park was we stumbled across White Tank Campground, and you'll see us just driving up to it. It's nestled in the rocks. So the great thing about White Tank, there's a few things. Number one, there were no reservations. It is a first come, first serve. So when we were here on like a Monday late morning, we actually found a space, and we were as shocked as anyone to have actually found a space, because everything with reservations was booked up long ago. But look at these camping spots, all nestled in the rocks. This was so wonderful. I can't even tell you how much we loved it. This spot that we had was only $15, and since Sharon is a senior citizen, since she had the senior pass, then we got it for half price, which was only $7.50 a night. They allowed two vehicles, so we shared together. And we stayed here for 2 nights. It was delightful. The other great thing about White Tank is that there's a trailhead right here at the campgrounds that leads to the Arch Rock Formation, which is especially cool. But actually, when we were there was a wind advisory. We were going to do it the next morning, and we were just too cold and tired to do it. That's another thing about Joshua Tree. It's a few thousand feet in elevation, so it's going to be cooler than whatever is around you. We were here at the very end of January, and it was just colder than we expected. Luckily, we had the fire and good conversation to keep us warm for a while, so here goes. Hey, this is Dani. I'm at the campfire with Sharon, and I just thought I would ask her to tell a couple little stories, do a little interview. We'll just spend a few minutes talking, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So let's do this. Oh, nice shot of the fire.
Okay, what?
Camera ready. Okay, so first I want you to tell the story about the mask.
Okay. Well, it's a known fact that I can't keep up with stuff. And so we've been having to carry masks around for 2 years, but I can't ever find one. So I borrowed one from Dani, or she gave it to me, I guess, and I'm going to rinse it out. So I rinsed it out. I hung it in my van to dry for the next day. So I wake up the next day, I hung it above my door to dry. So I woke up the next morning, knocked my mask off. Well, the top had come off of my pee jug. So I just greatly flipped the mask over in the jug. So then I had to rewash the mask. So I wore a damp mask all morning.
Okay.
And he just thought that was the story I needed to tell.
All right. Do we have something else you'd rather tell?
No, that's fine. You know, I don't mind telling my stuff is And then I can tell about a story or two maybe come when on the way out.
Do you want to get Charlene's approval?
I will before we. I will. I'll tell her that I'm telling. I wasn't even gonna say her name, but I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, in her van tour, she said she came out with you.
She said she came out. Okay.
So we'll ask her before I put this in.
Okay. So I brought a sweet girl out with me, and she had never been out west before, and she had never wild camped before. So she didn't really know how to find campsites and all. So I go on our Overlander and I find us a campsite. So we head down this dirt road, and she's got this nice van. Now my van, it's beat all to heck and back. I've knocked parts off of it everywhere. It looked really good when I got it a year ago. So we head down this road. It's about 6 miles down there to the campsite. So we get about 5 miles down the road, and I hear her behind me just to lay it on the horn. Just to lay it on the horn. I ignored her, and I went on the other mile, and we come out to this big old nice area with a nice lake, and it was a really pretty campsite. But it was hilarious because she's not really used to the wild. She hadn't camped much. So we get out there, and she's a little bit nervous about animals. We've got people on each side of us, so she's not scared at least. And then we had gotten some Louisiana shrimp, these big old shrimp. And we were going to peel them and eat them. We had to cut their heads off and all that. So we prepared our shrimp, and I carried my stuff, my trimmings from the shrimp back into the woods, and I mean they're biodegradable, and I got rid of my stinky water and my shrimp heads and all back in the woods. So we go ahead and we get our shrimp ready and we eat them, and they're delicious. And then Charlene comes bringing me this bag of stuff. I had seen her go over there and pour her water out. She come bringing me this, and she said, "What do I do with this?" And I said, "What is it?" She said, "It's my shrimp heads and all the stuffings and all." I said, "You didn't dump them in the woods when you dumped your juice?" And she said, "No." But she'd already mixed paper towels and all in there with it. Then, so we're way back there 6 miles in the woods trying to figure out what to do with these things. It's going to be stinking the next day. Well, I told her to bury them in her poop bucket and put some pine pellets on it. So she told me about it a day or two later that they never did smell. So.
Okay, and what is the thing that you want me to tell everybody about YouTube and the ads?
Oh, yeah, that's really important. That's really important because I didn't know it, and I know there's a lot of people out there that do not know this. Okay, I watch a bunch of YouTubers, and I watch Dani, and I watch Dani how hard she works on her YouTube videos and all. And I didn't know that I was supposed to be watching the ads for the YouTubers to make a profit off of it. So of course I'm like everybody else. I'm going click, click, click on the ads and skip them all. And so we're sitting around the other night, and Dani's got my van tour, got 5,000 views, and she's made about $5 off of it because nobody's watching the ads. They're just laughing at the tour and enjoying the tour. So now I don't skip the ads. It doesn't take very long to watch the ads, so I watch the ads because I didn't know, and y'all don't know either.
Okay, here's another thing I want to say. So here's another part of the interview. So we each had really blonde moments.
Yes.
And we were trying to decide who had the blonder moment. So I thought we would take a poll, and you tell your little version of your story, what I did, and I'll tell my little version of what you did, and then we'll let the audience decide.
I was trying to remember what yours was. What was yours? Give me a clue. I've already forgotten it.
Mine was at the Mexican.
I'm senile. It was at the Mexican. It was at the Mexican. It was at the Mexican. But what was it, Dani? I don't forget. So I guess mine. I forgot mine. So I guess mine.
So my blonde moment was what, Sharon?
Well, we were sitting at the Mexican restaurant, in the nice little Mexican truck there in Courtside, having lunch. And I told Dani, I said, "I've got to go to the bathroom." And she looked around and she said, "Where is the bathroom?" I said, "In my van." So I got up with my van. And we had a good laugh about it. And I thought that about matched mine, but she said it doesn't match mine.
No,
so
well, you have to, well, it wasn't just a Mexican restaurant. It is literally a food truck.
Yes.
And so it was kind of silly that I didn't think that. But in my mind, it was kind of like restaurant. Oh, maybe they have a porta potty or something, right? Okay. So here's mine. Let me flip the camera around. Okay, here's mine. So Sharon has this friend, Christine, who she met out here, and they had a gathering. They went together and shared a meal, and they had met online and they were meeting in person. And so Christine's super nice person, right? Christine's telling us you have to go to the Courtside Yacht Club. And someone else told us you have to go to the Courtside Yacht Club, get yourself a sticker. It's so cute, right? So we're in Courtside, we're in the middle of the desert, and it's a yacht club, and so right away you're like, you know, that's kind of a funny concept, you know, and that's why she's like, get yourself a sticker. We go to the Courtside Yacht Club days later, after we had talked about it, and this had been in something we were all kind of, you know, planning on doing, and we're sitting in the yacht club eating. In the middle of our meal, Sharon looks up at me and she goes, "Oh." I just got the irony. We're out in the middle of a desert and this is called a yacht club and there's no water.
But they had the best barbecue sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Okay, we'll save that for a minute. Okay, now that's got to be more of a blonde moment than mine. Is it? It was pretty funny. Sharon's worried about her hair.
I brushed my hair today. I've had a cap on and a hat on, and we walked all over Joshua Tree National Park, and I had brushed my hair, and here she is. Never sat down and videoed me except when we did the van tour. Now she's gonna video me, and I hadn't brushed my hair.
Honestly, it looks
about like
absolutely
it usually
fine. Yes, it does. And on the video, you can't tell anything at all. And I have to say, I swear, you are so photogenic. Anytime you're in a photo, you really do. You look great. You look fantastic.
And I keep you laughing.
You definitely keep me laughing. Oh, let's enjoy this fire while we can. It's chilly tonight, but this camp spot is gorgeous.
That's going to be a hot mess. You put that together, and it's going to be a hot mess. But maybe they'll watch the ads.
Half of my videos are a hot mess. They don't care. That's okay. Hot mess is kind of fun sometimes. See you later. And so I want to tell you also that Sharon has finally started her own YouTube channel. I think I told Sharon after a few days after I met her, I told her I thought she should have a channel because I just love her personality, her spirit, her attitude, her accent, her vitality and fun sense about her that I thought she would be great on YouTube. Plus she's a photographer and I knew she could shoot great video. Even if she just shot pictures and then and narrated them, I thought it would be great. She's finally started a channel. It is called Minivan Camper Adventures. So please look it up. Say hi to Sharon. Tell her I sent you. That's Minivan Camper Adventures on YouTube. And you made it to the end of another video. You deserve a medal. I'm sending you a ton of love. I want to thank you. I want to thank all of my patrons. And I'll catch you next time.